10 seconds reserve time. 5 seconds remaining. DC's turn to pick. DC's turn to pick. 10 seconds remaining. DC's turn. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Turn 5.
Ban out the clockwork is very similar to
Broadsword is the only thing left, about 1,000 gold or so.
But you know, sinking is it still feels like so much better than Puck. Well, maybe not so much better, just a more versatile option.
Yeah, Broadsword is the only thing left, about 1,000 gold or so.
But we're seeing some very different heroes here.
Boba?
The Elder Titan Life Stealer. What do you think is the point of the ET here? Usually when we see that hero,
10 seconds remaining.
It's typically against like
5
some high
seconds
armor,
remaining.
stat heavy agility character.
Yeah. It's already determined that the
DC's
core
turn to pick.
is going to be very harmed by this aura, but we don't know that. We don't know the safe layer. We didn't know the mid yet.
Right, and we don't see like a combo hero with the ET either. There's no void, but now we see
Dire
the
team
Puck, but
back.
it's not.
Yeah,
You don't typically think of ET Puck as like, oh my god, this combo is gonna wreck our team.
And it's not a vehicle for Lifestealer either. It is just kind of weird. I don't
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know. I mean, it's team fight power. Maybe
5 seconds
maybe in some ways
remaining.
DC wanna try and put this Elder Titan like kind of as a piece on the
Reserve
board.
time.
You know, whenever you're doing these group stages,
You just want to see.
not everybody's gonna go back and be able to watch your games, right?
Sure.
Like there's too many games, but they will look at your hero,
Yeah.
right? So in some ways, like DC are reminding people, hey, this is a piece that we can play.
Sure. I think it's also one of those, maybe those 4 position heroes that can, like camp mid and zone out, or maybe not zone out enough, like zone out a mid hero, but like make it really
turn to
annoying.
ban.
You just punch him with, you throw a spirit on him, you punch him with your staple gun.
Yeah. Dude, they're erasing our stuff. They better not erase the NP.
10 seconds
No, they didn't.
remaining.
They didn't.
All
They
right,
just
good.
erased.
Oh my God! Why?
5 seconds
What is
remaining.
wrong with them?
Oh my God. That
That's
was NA's
disrespect.
contribution to the board.
Respect.
And Gods, who joined us on the NA panel, just shit all over NA's contribution. Classic C fanboy right there.
Disrespect. You get to erase that board when C Dota wins a TI.
So we might as well be writing permanent marker then?
Yeah.
That is just a joke for
DC's
joke's sake,
turn to
everybody.
pick.
Relax.
C is actually very
We love C Dota actually. Honestly, C Dota
Dire
has
team
been
pick.
very impressive.
I'm a big fanboy of T.
All right.
That's the thing is I can as a caster I feel like I can be a fanboy for teams that I have like pretty much no personal relationship like whatsoever.
10
So like some of the
seconds
Chinese teams I'm like I can be a fanboy for them because I have no personal relationship.
5
If it's any of the
seconds
like the
remaining.
Western teams, I have a personal relationship. I don't like I just don't ever become a fanboy because
Reserve
You know
time.
them.
yeah I also
You
know
them.
them so I
Yeah, the
don't like that's
mystique is
weird.
gone.
Yeah. But I could be like maybe God, you know, like that guy's such he's so good. Faith Beyond. I'm never gonna meet those people. I'm never gonna talk to them, so I can fanboy over them. Anyway, Digital Chaos have picked up a Legion Commander.
They have. I mean, they needed another sort of scaling right clicker, I guess. Single core life stealers. But you know,
10 seconds
Legion is
remaining.
incredibly good against Warlock, and offers catch against the Queen of Pain.
Necrophos. This is kind of interesting because if you think about it, Necrophos is now super susceptible to any magic damage that's thrown his way because he's not going to have any magic armor when he Ghost Shrouds.
Right.
So he's
that
actually,
is how the ability
if we have a
works.
Dagon, if we have a, no, well, I mean the fact that you've got this aura and the amplification of Ghost Shroud. So it's like a double whammy.
Well, we will see what happens. I like the fact that, so Jack was right. Like, this guy just keeps on picking like these venomous cancer heroes.
Yes.
Necrophos is sort of like that in a way.
Yes.
You know, you got the aura that ticks you down over time, and it scales with more HP.
You will pretty much never say Venom does not have the
remaining.
better laning phase 1v1 matchup ever, whether it's mid lane or safe
5
lane.
seconds remaining.
Like in
He's got
pubs,
some venomous.
pubs, that guy's gonna get counterpicked or something, but he'll still pick up like he'll still pick up mid Viper, just so you can't really counterpick him. No, that's that. Again, that's why we were talking about the couch. These guys are all about laning phase. Like I think it's really important for them to be able to secure a laning phase advantage, be able to move from there.
Yeah, look at all their heroes except for the Knicks do that.
Yeah. That just seems to be a Colio here. Play. Official.
That guy's name seems really familiar.
Prepare for
like
battle.
Maybe we've seen him in some other open qualifiers or regional qualifiers or something.
What the hell? Who is account is? Oh god, this is gonna be bad, guys. Sorry.
It's just regular. It's W. Press W.
No, W is now up.
Oh, alright, that's weird.
He's got the WASD, but I don't know his personal setup. So this is gonna be a little rough, guys. God, I don't. He doesn't have a hotkey for last hit denies. Charlie.
Who is this?
This is not a caster. And if it is, they're wrong.
Who is this?
I don't know, dude.
Regardless, we got Dubu's signature
30
CM here.
seconds to battle.
Do you know what that sound is from?
No.
It's from the survival game. Don't Starve.
Okay. I've never
Case you
played
can.
that.
Wow! That was most welcome.
I do play.
I do like this Necrophos pick more than the last one,
The battle
where they were
begins.
facing Nyx Lina. Like, Puck is still not great, but it's not. There's no Laguna Blade,
Sure.
right? And they also had Nyx in comparison to, I guess, CM and Elder
Radiant
Titan.
structures
Elder
are
Titan
fortified.
might be a problem. CM's sort of like whatever. If
Yeah.
she gets off a great reason field or something.
Look at Boots first Colio doing the same thing he did for all those other games. Tries to get a snipe with Courier. And Bulba gonna try and do his best bullying.
Yeah. This is the mid lane now, guys.
Denied.
So this is why he did it, to counter the Nyx assassin. His lane.
Just throws out the spirit. Now he's got a whole bunch of damage. Look how much damage. 66.
Over
not bad.
100.
Yeah. Punches the
Punch him. He doesn't even care about the tower. He does more damage than the tower.
Look, he's doing it again. He throws out the spirit. Disgusting.
Disgusting indeed. I think, I guess
Look,
Mana
look at
Burn
him.
is the
He's,
right.
oh my god.
Bulba,
Bulba?
calm down. I mean, there's no stun from
Yeah.
Nyx, so what's... I guess there's nothing really for him to be afraid
Yeah,
of.
he just throws out one more spirit, walks back. Just gonna go.
They do have Lifestealer versus Darkseer in the bottom lane, which is perfectly fine for Lifestealer since he has his own source of sustain as
yeah.
well as the
And they got a
rage if he
CM
wants
there.
to. Yeah, the CM to be able to put some pressure on Darkseer and make sure he's not all the time.
Yeah, and you know, Forev is having a great time in the top lane. Like Warlock is one of those like 5-position supports that traditionally, you know, is a safe lane secure, but Shadow Word, that doesn't do a damn thing against Legion. You just press the attack that shit off. He is actually out CSing the Necro right now.
Wow, that is rough. Because Necrophos is so dependent on his last hitting. Oh man, I'm just watching this another.
This'll come in handy.
Get the range creep. Get the range creep. He got it.
That's the important one. But also, this stack is going to be incredibly important. Trying to body block Cash, doesn't quite get it.
First blood.
And, oh no. Yes, he died. Fuck died.
What surge is this?
Guys, it's not my fault. I went from doing camera work for 3 people and having to rarely cast, and then casting and camera work.
It's not like you've never done this before, please. This is how we started.
Excuse me. I am a premier Dota caster. I am very much used to having a cameraman.
Well, I mean, you know, back when you were in the
changed.
trenches, back when you were in the trenches before Blitz Dota carried you the relevance, you had to do your own camera work.
And I'll probably have to get used to that again now that Blitz is gone.
Replaced by
Epicenter was the start. Brev. In a little bit of trouble here, slowed down by the upheaval. That is something that you can't press the attack off. Didn't have the mana, and that is going to be his death.
You dare?
Flying green skull is running at you, Charlie. What do you do?
You face shift it all the way.
So you're
Radiant's
saying
top
in
tower
your
is
scenario,
under
you're
attack.
a puck
Yes.
because you're a mid player.
Yes. Well,
I always thought you were a little bit of...
well, you know me best. We do spend our nights together. You know, Kaleo's been involved in 2 kills now. Been very effective on this.
Invisibility.
Smoke up. Oh, 2 boosts is pop. Bulbous is also pop. Cash, he sees them, and that is going to be a smoke rotation. Completely failed. Not getting what they wanted out of that one. Let's get an emergency.
Yeah, I got an emergency alert. You know what I like seeing a lot now is like, I think maybe one or 2 years ago, you would see like these open qualifier teams go with more established names or whatever.
Dyer's bottom tower
Yeah,
is under attack.
Yeah. But anyways, you'd see these open qualifier teams go against more established household names, and they would get dominated. It wouldn't even be close. Like from minute 0, like everything would go wrong. And now, like, shit, I've never heard of OverPower before, but they're sort of competitive with.
I'm pretty sure OverPower hadn't heard of OverPower until probably a week or 2 ago.
Yeah, but
I don't imagine this is
they're doing it right now. Or even since top 3 TI, and well, as I say that, rotation on Gunner.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, what is that?
Dyer's
That thing
structures
is...
are fortified.
Opening up chat to make sure there was technical dip.
Yeah, it is really nice to see this skill gap.
Yeah. We actually have some pretty close games. Colio comes in, just gives Dubu another love tap. They got a lot of chip damage on the tower. It's currently 1-2 Digital Chaos with a slight lead. And it's about to take this tier 1 if they could just maybe get another smoke gank or something on. OverPower, meanwhile, I would say their lineup's a lot slower, right? Warlock, Necrophos, Darkseer. None of those heroes are, well, they may be good in the laning phase at surviving. They're not run around and get kills sort of heroes.
Yeah, there's so much burden on the Knicks right now. And he is delivering in some way. He's been a part of 2 kills, but he's got to keep on doing it while keeping his levels up. And that's why they've given him the offlane here.
Mason is having very free time.
Dire's bottom
As long as he's
tower
carrying
is
a
under
TP,
attack.
there's nothing to really stop him except for Reaper's Sight. So unless Venom is ever going to leave his safe lane, which Necrophoses do not want to do, Mason is free to be able to make plays like this, chase away heroes, and if he ever gets gone. So this is going to be an
Dire's
offlane tower
bottom
that's going to be
tower
dying
is
pretty
under
quick
attack.
unless OverPower come up with a plan. Stop that.
Yeah, I don't think so. They're just gonna let him take it. Darkseer's not, not in any position to stop him right now, and Cleo just wants this. Like, that tower goes down.
They have Ghost Shroud, they also have the heal.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Abed actually gets a kill on Gunner in the mid lane with his ultimate. Meanwhile, that rotation didn't really do much.
Dire's middle tower
They gotta
has
slow
fallen.
down the bottom lane. Man, this guy has such big hero map icons that I can't tell when people are actually engaging on top of each other. Where they're just like near.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Serious excuse.
What, sir?
What I'm trying to say is, this person's account is garbage. We're gonna have Gunner rotating up to the top lane with the Siege
This'll
Wagon
come
and
in
Siege
handy.
Creep pushing in. I suppose this is a good time to
Radiant's
put 2 of your
top
cores in
tower
one lane
is
and see if
under
you can take a
attack.
tower. They've already lost mid, so, you know,
Whatever at this point.
yeah, it's okay to rotate out without a guaranteed. Because most of the time you don't want to move your mid unless you're like actually getting a kill. But once you've lost the tower, in some ways it opens it up, right? There's less responsibility to maintain.
I think this Warlock pick right now it feels so bad, even compared to the CM, because the CM can at least gank, can do something. But the Warlock, you're sort of just forced to sit there until you get level 6. And then even after that level 6, you just gotta wait for a team fight.
Mason minus farm.
A great lifestealer item.
Dubu is actually going to be able to catch Venom here with a couple of slows. They do have the magic damage this time around, so Venom is not going to be able to just rely on the Ghost Shroud, but he gets it off before the duel. Now the question is, are they going to be able to get those stuns to be able to stop the incoming damage? Looks like they will. Venom didn't even need it. He actually has a little bit more heal. Here comes the nuke coming out from Abed. Almost enough to finish him off. Venom, but they do manage to get the vacuum. The nuke from Forever will finish him off. Abed's in a bit of trouble, though. Gets a heal from the Legion Command. That's enough to be able to kill the Darkseer. Runs the left-hand side. Collier's ready to go with the stun. Abed has a phase shift and an orb out. He's going to be able to get to the side. Cash tries to put a stop in that one to be able to get the heal off. Don't think it's going to be enough damage as it is, but it looks like OverPower are just struggling to be able to kill any of the heroes on the side of Digital Chaos. 4-2 now as DC picked up the 2 kills, and they didn't even have all their heroes. Mason was still bottom, Boba was hanging out mid. They actually DC in that fight didn't win.
That was, as I talk about the skill gap, decreasing, it definitely still exists. And DC just straight up outplayed OP there. Unfortunately, Gunner did not have enough mana to use his ultimate. That definitely would have killed Abed. Probably saved the Darkseer.
Hang out on Venom here. He's also going the Rod of Atos build. Was that the same build that we saw?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
A prize.
I think it was completely fine. It's like super good against Puck. You need some way to lock down that hero.
Kinda feel like Force Staff is like, there's this stomp and stuff with the ultimate. There's Lifestealer. I feel like the Force Staff would be very helpful for both him and his ally.
Like, he might still get it, but like the double brace, like the build up for the Atos is like everything you need, right?
Yeah. Those
You can
early
still get
bracers
the-
are super good.
Yeah, you can still get the.
Kolio does have an Ion Shell on him, is setting Bulba up, gets a lot of damage
Dire's
in.
structures
They also
are
have
fortified.
the Spike Carapace, so there's no chance for Bulba to be able to get the disengage with the Stomp. So, be able to get that kill. Nice. easy. But it is DC still spreading themselves across the map, playing very kind of greedy and farm heavy while still maintaining a very active lane presence,
Dire's
while
top
OverPower
tower is under
are
attack.
very much grouped up and playing defensive.
Mason has not had to leave his lane at all, and right now it feels like his lane's just a dead lane for OP. They can't really go to his lane. They don't have a great way to initiate on him. Warlock still is not level 6.
They're going to have some serious lockdown for that Queen of Pain and, well, actually all three of their cores are pretty susceptible to the duel. So, Berev, if he can get this Blink Dagger and yet another Thorn in OverPower's side.
And he should. He's had a pretty good game so far. He's like pretty much, he's just overtaken.
Oh, that is already for sight then. It's not going to have enough damage. He'll kill Dudu, of course he's dead anyway. Oh, what a jump in! Turn around from Abed, and Mason gets the coil, gets the dual damage. 3 down, probably a 4th here, as Cash is going to be chased down underneath the tier 1 tower. A dream fight for Digital Chaos. Not that they really needed it, because they were already up by a significant amount, but that lead is going.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
At this point, like you know, like all the supports on DC have hit 6. Like this Warlock is still not there. It's so hard for them to take it.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
They how does this happen? 13 minutes in, still no rock? That can't be.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There's totems in.
I think
Radiant's
it has to
bottom
be
tower
totems.
is
No,
under
no,
attack.
that's again.
Radiant
that's the bug,
structures
yeah,
are
that's the belt thing
fortified.
we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm betting Kolio took the first tome, which is why he's level 7. But I think as the 4 position,
Dire's
you
top
have to
tower
let your
is under
5.
attack.
Like whoever's more under level has to get the tome, especially if it's a big team fight that changes game. Which
I mean,
chaotic offering to me.
Radiant's bottom
it is
tower
really
is under
difficult,
attack.
right? Because the supports on DC side, they can move around and be
Dire's
involved in
top
team fights,
tower
where the
is under
Warlock
attack.
can't do anything. He's sort of relegated to only pulling. He can't do anything to the Legion Commander. There's no kill potential for OverPower.
This'll come in handy.
Dire's
Jump
middle
in
tower
duel
is
onto
under
Gunner.
attack.
Oh, that thing is actually really cool. Stop.
Radiant's bottom tower has been denied.
Honestly, it's a little confusing with ice shards. Can you imagine if there's like a Tusk in the game? The thing looks so similar to ice shards.
Ice shards, ice path, and then freezing field all in the same area.
And then
That'd be a whole lot of
Invoker,
blue.
ice wall down.
Oh yeah.
You just don't know where to step.
Ice, babe. Dude.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Folio just ran into a lifesteal.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Feels sad.
Lifestealer is one of the best
Radiant
counters
structures are fortified.
for so many reasons. He ignores my carapace. You have rage, so he can't Vendetta impale you ever. That should never be a thing. And Reaper Scythe will finish off 2 boosts of Venom. Does get his second kill. And a duel in the mid lane for a more important kill. It's going to be Core that dies inside of OverPower. They lose their Darks here.
Radiant's
and they
top
get
tower is
full
under
damage.
attack.
Oh, nice stop. That's going to be able to catch Venom. They do have Cash behind. He's going to throw down the chaotic offering, but Necrophos, he doesn't wake up. He's still stuck there for another second, so they easily still surround Venom. He's going to be forced into the TP out, but now there might still be a catch here. In fact, there surely will be. Rev just starts right-clicking away onto Cash. They don't have any lockdown for Gunner, so they're not even going to worry about him. Kolyu does give Cash enough time to build a TP out. Nicely played. Rev still 12 seconds shy.
All that was is DC's dominance here. They're letting them know you
They showed who the alpha is.
Yes, you cannot do anything.
Nobody's more alpha than Mason.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It really is. I don't know if there's anybody. Is there anybody more alpha than Mason in the scene?
I'm not sure. Like, Mason's pretty goddamn alpha.
Yeah, I don't know.
First of all, he's just a big guy, right? So
his appearance is
he
like
doesn't seem
part
to.
of it.
Yeah, it's part of it, but it's attitude as well. Like, that guy doesn't give a shit about anything.
Yeah, and he's not afraid to tell you at all.
Yeah. And that alpha. Venom goes down. Abed takes that one. Abed currently sitting at a score of 7-1-3, has 8,800 net worth on him right now compared to Gunnar, who is suffering at 5.
Was stalking right now. Hard to. Sitting at level 12, got the Ogre Club. It's like there's nobody on anything. It gets chased, but pretty sure that's like the hardest tier.
They're still chasing after him. There he is. A lot of heroes nearby. They're going to turn, go onto the Elder Titan, almost gets off the stomp. Stopped by the Reaper sight, though. He does end up going down, tanking that ability. Behind Mason. Abed coming in from behind here. Does have the coil. Holds it. Grab. Holding off there. Maybe he was just baiting out the ghost shot. To use it later. Rod of Atos. Now they jump in and are going to be able to take down Venom. It's just a cleanup. They can get, they'll take. That's going to be cash. That will be the next one. Red.
This is a game where it's hard to find an opening.
Silence.
I'll bet it doesn't shoot pursue, but like this is a game where it's hard to find an open. Overpower here. Only take a fight with Warlock Cult, but
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You know, he'll get killed
Dire's
in every
top
single
tower
fight
has fallen.
Get off impactful rock just by simply the puck with a lifestealing bomb and Warlock's gone, and then at that point, like Overpower need to have a way to punish that.
No, they really don't. Technically, they do have Nyx Assassin. That is the only thing that Nyx has had.
He's got to
preemptively spike carapaces the pop out of the lifesteal. That is so hard to do.
That's so hard.
It's so difficult. They're gonna be able to grab him. Oh. Just explodes in a fountain of blood and guts and glory for Rev 68.
I think the even more demoralizing thing is that I don't think Overpower even they're just trying to get individual safe right now, rather than to go for plays. And in all, I don't know what plays they can go for.
This'll come in handy.
We say drafting problem. The way this has gone down. Outplay is obviously a factor.
Yeah, it's. I think the big issue here is that one, your off lane, the Darkseer, it doesn't do anything to pressure the lifesteal.
Rock's gonna be dropped. Mason turns around, still swiping at it while he's waiting for Venom to get out of the ghost run. Actually moves forward, gets the Reaper Scythe. Nice vacuum back into the wall. This is actually looking good for Overpower, unless Mason can overpower them all. He's gonna have to deal with Venom here with the regen on top of him. Abed's gonna be able to dodge a lot of this damage, holds off the phase shift, waits, blinks forward, and actually just orbs away. He's not gonna be fighting around, and Mason is just seemingly invulnerable. They're just completely ignoring him until everyone else is out of the fight, in which case Mason is 2.
I mean,
One good fight for Overpower.
Yeah, that was good for them, but like you see, they got the perfect initiation combo, and they cannot kill Mason.
Abed has the Ion Shell on top of him. He's not going to be able to make an easy blink away. The team looks like movement speed is good.
Just gonna shrine up. Warlock. All their ultimates are down, so they can go for Roshan here. There's a very convenient arcane rune sitting outside. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna take the. They should take the. At that point, you can just hit high ground. Yeah, I think this definitely had a lot to do with the draft. Warlock versus Legion doesn't do anything. Your offlane gets pressured while their offlane pressures you.
Yeah.
Don't see very many games where you win.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Aegis for Mason, since he is going to be the tower hitter. He's going to be one sieging the tier 3s. Polio's looking for a comeback hand of Midas. Gunner blinks back. He's going Orchid into the late. Have a plate mail that was considering a Lotus Orb to remove the silence, I think, but he has now changed that into an Aghanim Scepter, which is probably the value plate. Jumps in. Duel is going to be catching cash here. Kolio is going to be able to put a stop in that one, so it looks like the duel damage isn't going to go the way of Red, but they might still be able to get the kill, thanks to Dubu slowing him down. Actually doesn't pursue it. Probably for the best. Obviously, we know he probably had the leeway to be able to go for that kill, but at this point, you can never trade away yourself for a support when you have this much of an advantage. Gold difference will make that very much not worth it. It'll be like a 200 gold kill, giving away like 600 gold.
Mason's just going to safely engage Siege the tower with Aegis.
With the Rod of Atos, Kolya is actually trying to make an initiation here onto Dubu, get that kill and then get out, but unfortunately he's going to be stopped by Bulba. Force that surge away, still not enough. DC do have the damage. Make it a quick 5 versus 4.
I mean, I
ready to go high ground again.
He tried to do something. Oh.
Fuel Scepter for the Rod of Atos. They are going to drop the Chaotic Offering, get the Reaper Sight, but they don't have the damage. Now they do! They actually do manage to bring him down ever so barely, and Mason loses his Aegis as well. The backline's for Ev. He's actually having a hard time finishing up that Queen of Pain as well. It looks like the stomp is going to be enough for Mason to get out, but not enough for Rev. So, OverPower do manage to hold here.
They're going to keep on going.
They're not gonna kill. Oh god, that's a turnaround. Mason actually almost finished up Gunner. Gunner managed to jump away just before the stomp. Mason instead gets the Warlock. And Gunner, with this little HP, can't really help out Venom. He can't really run into trees either. Dubu had that one covered. Gets a little bit of heal off. Kolio munched up. 2 shots is all it takes for Venom to finish him off. Another surge. Venom gets more distance. He'll be good.
That was definitely some hubris from Abed over there. Did not need to blink in into the base.
No, he didn't. He could have just let Mason siege some more. After all, he had the Aegis.
But instead, he baits the rest of his team in, and half of them die. But you know, at the end of the day, probably learned a lesson from that. I can't imagine that we'll see a similar fight.
Slowing down Venom.
Dire's bottom
Big
tower
set tier
has
3.
fallen.
Yeah, they probably safely try and take the shrines now or something. We'll go for an fastball.
They're going to be able to grab. Oh, Gunner, that's a big one. They take out the Queen of Pain. Venom's already down to half health. Now even lower after that combination from the Elder Titan. They clean up 3. All 3 cores drop there. Only one of them had buyback. That's the Necrophos. Kolio now gets spotted. Didn't have a duel, fortunately. So nothing to stop Kolio from being able to walk away. But Venom might just die again. They activate the shrine, but it's a bit too late. The damage is overwhelming. DC once again rip through OverPower, this time inside their base, turning 1 lane of racks into 2, and that into a GG call from OverPower.
Yeah.
Radiant victory.
pretty much it. Like Gunnar says, it's a disaster. It's a disaster! Just the laning phase didn't work out for OverPower, and it just sort of, you know, it was a slippery slope after that where their heroes couldn't make plays while DC made all of them. Pretty textbook, I'd say.
Is that the end of the NA Opens for today? Or NA qualifiers?
I think so, yeah.
So, end of the North American qualifiers. There may be another game going on for BTS, but not that I know of. They do have the Southeast Asian qualifiers currently happening. We are looking at the screen. Geek Fam versus Mineski is still going on. Only 12 minutes